Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a very happy day today. So in today's video we will be doing Budgeting with a Friend episode 2, and this is a real person, real income, and all of that. But before we get into that, I would like to take a moment to thank today's sponsor of this video, Skillshare. For those of you that don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online learning community for people that want to learn from educational videos. With thousands of classes in business, design, technology, and so much more, it would be pretty difficult to not find a class that caught your interest. The huge variety of classes that they have is truly amazing. And how many of you have told yourselves, I wish I knew how to do that, or maybe you even considered taking it as a course just to learn it. But then you would have to find the time to take that class, and with Skillshare, you take the class when you want to. There's no schedule. And you guys know I would not promote anything that I personally wouldn't use or didn't believe in. And now some of you guys might be asking, but Bri, how much is all of this? If you want to pay monthly, it's $15, but if you want to do an annual payment, it would be $99, which actually turns out to be $8.25 a month. So you're saving so much more by doing it annually. And when you guys thought this couldn't get any better, Skillshare is offering my first 500 subbies who click the link. You guys will get 2 free months of Skillshare Premium. You guys, I think that's an amazing deal, and please comment down below if you're going to give it a shot. So once again, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and I hope some of you will find it just as useful as I have. Now let's get back into this video. For this budget, we have a person who works full-time, and she is married, and she also does have a couple of kids. However, when it comes to their expenses, they do decide to pay separately. So she pays hers and he pays his. And when it comes to their kids, he chips in a lot to help her out because they do have a lot of bills. So with that said, we're just going to jump right into this. So as you can see, I'm listing all of her expenses, when they're due, and the total amount due. And then here on the right, I have her paydays and how much she'll get paid. So rent is $600, and May 15th is our next payday. So we are going to say that May's rent is already paid. It should have been paid because it was due on the 1st. So now we will budget for the rent that is due on June 1st. So we are going to break up rent into 2 paychecks for May 15th and May 29th. 600 divided by 2 is 300, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in here. And after I'm done doing that, I'm going to highlight it orange to match with June. And I will be highlighting these a purple color so that they will be for July's rent. And I just realized that I wrote August, but I meant July. So moving on to Edison, the same exact thing. We are going to divide $80 into 2, so $40 each, and I'm going to highlight them orange because they are for June's payment. And the same thing, I'm going to highlight them purple because they are for July's payment. And I am just going to continue doing this until I have reached the 11th, which is car insurance. The reason I'm doing this is because I still am able to split these bills in half, and they technically should all have been paid. So all of these bills up are done and set, and we don't have to worry about that for now. However, the 17th through the 28th, technically these have not been paid, so we have to fill each cash envelope full. So the full amount is $23, and we will put $23. Next, we will start to split it into half so that the May 29th paycheck and the June 12th paycheck can pay for the payment in June, which would be June 17th. And I'm just going to continue doing that. And the green marker implies that it is for the payment in May. So all of these have to be paid in full, and we are using that paycheck to pay it all. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying my hardest to explain this to you guys. And now that we have all of this set, I'm going to go ahead and count up each row. So from each paycheck, May 15th, May 29th, June 12th, and June 26th. And as you can see, our totals vary from the first paycheck to the second one. And for May 15th, we have a total of $1,163. And compared to the other days, that is a lot of money. And that has to do with us having to pay in full for these expenses here in green. So because we have to pay that in full, we want to catch up with our cash envelopes. We don't want to stay behind. And so we put the full amount in there. And then we start to split the paychecks in two over here. So you see the 2 rows of orange, and then it would be 2 rows of purple, but I didn't continue that far into July. So you can see her paycheck is $1,300, and that is a minimum amount. She usually does get more, but I just wanted to really lowball this to play it safe for her sake. So $1,300, and as you can see, that first paycheck that she is starting her cash envelopes on May 15th, it is going to hit her hard. $1,163 is the majority of her entire paycheck, you guys. And that's why I always say when you first start, it is going to be so hard in the beginning. But I promise you, as time goes on, it will only get easier. So with that said, we are going to take her income, which is $1,300, and subtract $840, which is going to be her norm for expenses. And this is going to give us the amount that we have left over for sinking funds. So we have $460, and let's see what we can do with that. I am first going to make my table, of course. And I do have to say, I was excited to make her sinking funds because I don't know if you guys remember, but from episode 1, I didn't need to, so it was exciting making hers. We're going to jump right into car maintenance. She has $450 car tags that are due in July. So what we want to do is count how many paychecks we have left until July, which in this case it's 5 paychecks. We take $450 divided by 5 paychecks, and that gives us our total that we need to put in each time, which it is $90. So she needs to put $90 into her cash envelope every time she gets paid. If she does that, she will have her set amount that she needs by July. And that is the objective here. I want you guys to feel prepared and have your cash ready to avoid any credit cards. And so we're just going to put 90. And normally you would do the same thing for Christmas here. However, we talked about it and she thought that $30 would be a good amount for her. She didn't give me a set amount, like I want to save $2,000 by Christmas. No, she just said if $30 works for my budget, we'll do $30. So that's what we have here, and we are going to continue filling in her sinking funds. We did go over each and every one, and I talked to her and I said, you want to put a good amount, like a realistic amount that you're going to need, because my objective is I do not want you guys pulling from another envelope. Moving on, we will total our amount here at the bottom, and I'm so sorry I got cut off, but the total is $440. So what we do is we take our income, which is $1,300. We take $1,300 and we subtract the total of our expenses. So in this case, we're going with $840 because that's going to be her norm. We subtract that and we get $460. So we take $460 and we subtract our ideal amount for sinking funds, which in this case it's $440. And that gives us a leftover of a whopping $20. But I say that sarcastically, but honestly, it's amazing that she's able to fill her expenses and her sinking funds with her one income. And I know that when you are first even considering setting up a budget, that it can be so stressful. But what I find to be more stressful now is not having a budget. And it's so funny that you go from one state of mind to another. And I am just so glad that I have all of my subbies on board with this. Even if you're not, maybe just consider a budget. I promise you guys it will be so worth it. With that said, that concludes today's Budgeting with a Friend. I would like to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Skillshare, once again, and thank all of you guys. I really hope you guys check them out. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.